Hi everyone, this is Sugantha Priya, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Dr.S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. This presentation is about the topic security in the subject operating system. So let us discuss about this security concepts. So what is an operating system? So generally an operating system is a set of programs that is designed to run programs on a computer. Operating system security, generally it refers to the protection of information from unauthorized access as well as the data we deal in the real time. If you see in the real time, so we deal with plenty of confidential information. So all this confidential information should be more secured while using a computer system. And also security of an operating system depends upon how the system is used by the user as well as the administrator and how well it is maintained. The system should be maintained in a well-defined manner. So next we will discuss about the operating security issues. There are different operating system security issues occurs in a system. So among this, so these are the important ones. First is the physical security, next is the authentication, software vulnerabilities and malware. So all the physical components of the system should be secured in a well-defined manner. So next is the authentication. So only authorized users should be allowed to access the system. So next is software vulnerabilities. So several vulnerabilities can cause severe damage to the system. So how we are going to overcome that? So next is malware. So different type of malwares can attack our system and the information can be accessed without our knowledge. So these are some of the operating system security issues. So next is security threats in OS. So some of the important main security threats are unauthorized access, so unauthorized use of resources and theft of confidential information. So in the unauthorized access, the system gets cracked by accessing different security methods and spoofing authentication for gaining the full access of the systems. So once the full access is gained, so all the information is being made available to all others. So unauthorized use of resources. So by installing different type of daemons and running unknown file server or logging of every activity of the target system, so like the keystrokes or screenshots, so we can use the resources. So next is theft of confidential information. So without the user's knowledge, their credit card numbers, their account passwords, programming source code, secret formulas and medical information and financial information etc. Can be made theft to the intruders. So next we will discuss about security threats. In the security threats we have malware modifications. So in the malware modifications we may get serious indirect consequences. For example, so a popular game or other program source code could be modified before being released to the public or open up security holes on the system. So viruses, so these are one of the greatest dangers for the systems. So if they once they use a system, they can cause lot of damage to the system. So next is denial of service. So in the denial of service, so preventing unauthorized or unauthenticated users from using the system, often by overloading the system with excess of request for service. So without the request for service, so we cannot access the particular system. So next we will discuss about the precautions for operating security to secure our system and to avoid the security breaches. So we must take several precautions in our operating system. So we have to ensure the important security components. So we have to implement BIOS security, so user account security, data security, antivirus security and fileware security. So by implementing these security mechanisms, the system gets well protected. So next is BIOS security. So in the BIOS security, so it is a boot menu where the machine selects the particular OS to boot the system. So we should set up a BIOS setting security password to ensure that nobody can change our BIOS settings to load other OS, so which cannot be able to hack the user account and the password. And also we should be very careful in setting up the password also. So next is the user account security. So mostly all the users log into the system with the help of the password. So with less security. So generally we use simple passwords which can be easily guessed. So we need to set a complex password by using alphanumeric characters, symbols, uppercase and lowercase letters. And also your password should be strong enough that no one can guess that particular password. So next is data security. So data is a very important thing to our private and confidential data for better protection and also to avoid the danger of the data stealth. If it can only be done if we lock or encrypt our sensitive data with a strong password and high secure encryptions, like you can go for 128-bit or 256-bit method. So BitLock comes with Windows default. So various data security softwares are available on internet. You can go for folder lock, folder protect, or data locker, etc. So next we can go for antivirus security. So antivirus plays a vital role in the OS security. So we need to use a good antivirus program. So having a good threat sense technology to secure our system for viruses like trojans, worms, spywares, keyloggers, so links, exploit, etc. So by using these different antivirus techniques, so we can secure our system in a more better manner. So next we will discuss about the basics of cryptography. So cryptography is one way of protecting our information. So what is cryptography means? So it is hidden writing. So mainly it is used to protect our sensitive information. So the cryptography comes from the Greek word crypto. So means it is hiding. So graphy means writing. So we use a terminology encryption and decryption in the cryptography. So encryption means it is a process of transforming information to anyone but in an intended recipient. So decryption means it is a process of transforming the encrypted information in a more intelligent form. So next we will discuss about the basics of the cryptography. So in the basics of the cryptography, so we have a plain text, ciphertext, algorithm, cipher and key. So the plain text is a message that is transmitted or stored to the user. So generally all the information it will be in the plain text. So the plain text is converted into the ciphertext. So that is the distinguished method, or the encrypted message is called as your ciphertext. So with the help of different algorithms, so we can go for encryption and decryption techniques. So next is cipher. So cipher is an algorithm that is used for encryption as well as decryption. So next is the key. So the value that is used by the algorithm for encryption and decryption. So in the sender sends the plain text. So generally the sender that is sending the data will be in the form of plain text. So that is that we tell it as encrypted. The encrypt. So in the encrypt, so we encrypt the plain text into the ciphertext with the help of a decryption. So the process of converting ciphertext into the plain text into ciphertext is called as your decryption. So again from the decryption, it is converted into the plain text to the recipient. So next there should be a secret key between the sender and the receiver, so that the recipient, that is the sender and the receiver, will have a secret key. So using that secret key, so they will view their information. Thank you.